Got a game here between the San Antonio Spurs and Denver Nuggets. I would say both of these teams right now are trying to prove that they can beat OKC in a playoff series. But until then, we got the Spurs up by 2 here, 18 seconds left in the game. Wemby is on the right elbow. Denver might need to send a double at him. We got Jokic defending Champagnie, who's in the corner. Got Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and then Jamal Murray, Jokic, Cameron Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Braun. So Gordon defending Wemby. I mean, Wemby can make this pass to the corner. I don't know if he sees it. I don't know if he feels confident in making that pass. But Stephon Castle can set a kind of off-ball screen on Jokic here so that he's unable to close out on Champagnie, but it looks like Wemby's going to go give this ball to De'Aaron Fox for a handoff. So let's see what that pick and roll coverage was there. Denver's just going to switch that, and then you see Christian Braun trying to fight for positioning on Wemby. You see Cameron Johnson sees this, notices that he might have to double. Jokic going to have to help the helper and maybe guard Stephon Castle under the rim. So Jamal Murray needs to be aware of both Champagnie and Vassell. But because Christian Braun is doing such a good job at denying ball here, Fox has to go away from it. Murray going to stunt at the ball. It's a really nice stunt from Jamal Murray. Good hands from Aaron Gordon. Amazing defensive possession by the Denver Nuggets. And it's going to be an air ball by De'Aaron Fox. So it's 7 seconds left. Denver's going to call their final timeout of regulation, and we'll see what play they come up with here. So Jamal Murray going to take the ball out. Cameron Johnson might fade to this corner here. He's going to go to the opposite corner. Jokic going to set an off-ball screen for Tim Hardaway Jr., who subbed in the game for Christian Braun. Maybe he gets open on this wing, this right wing over here. But no. Jokic is actually going to curl around the screen set by Aaron Gordon, maybe get to the rim for a layup. So it doesn't exactly get under the rim, but Jokic does get two to the ball. I don't think Wemby and Champagnie communicated very well there. I don't think they really communicated the switch, or if Wemby was just going to fight through the screen. Even if they didn't switch, if Champagnie stuck on to Aaron Gordon and Wemby chased Jokic would have been way too open. So Champagnie has to help, but Wemby's going to double Jokic here. This is just too easy of a read for Jokic to make, and we have a tie ball game. So 6 seconds left here in regulation. Stephon Castle's going to take the ball out. We have Aaron Gordon on Wemby here. Wemby's going to set an off-ball screen for Devin Vassell under the basket. And then Champagnie's going to set an off-ball screen for De'Aaron Fox. Tim Hardaway Jr. does fall down here, but I don't think Castle really notices this. And Wemby's going to have to flash to the ball. It's going to be a one-on-one between him and Aaron Gordon. It's just too tough of an angle. I think Wemby could have probably taken one less dribble and just pulled it, but really tough angle. Gordon probably used his strength to bump him there, and we're going to play overtime basketball. So we got San Antonio winning the tip here. Christian Braun's going to be on De'Aaron Fox to start overtime. We got Castle maybe making an Iverson cut, and then Devin Vassell is going to set a screen, an on-ball screen, to get Jamal Murray potentially on De'Aaron Fox. Nope. We're just going for a Wemby post-up on the left elbow. Off-ball screen. Fox going to set one for Devin Vassell. Maybe he's cutting to the basket. Maybe he's coming off for a handoff. Vassell going to set. So first it is a off-ball screen for Devin Vassell, which is going to turn into an off-ball screen for De'Aaron Fox. And then De'Aaron Fox most likely going to come off of this for a handoff between him and Wemby. So Denver actually defends this pretty well. Christian Braun's just going to stick onto De'Aaron Fox. Fox step back mid-range, no good. Murray has to save that, and he actually does. Now, I'm not too sure why Jokic doesn't look to just shoot this. Wemby's playing pretty far off of him, but I think he's kind of worried about Jamal not getting back. It's going to be a handoff to Aaron Gordon. Champagne's going to go under this. I don't know why Champagne is in the air here. He goes under the screen, and then he's too worried that Aaron Gordon's going to shoot. So Aaron Gordon doesn't really make a move, so it doesn't end up mattering. Christian Braun's going to set an off-ball screen for Jamal Murray to come off of this Jokic handoff. Wemby's going to be, I think, in drop coverage here. Bounce pass to Jokic for a mid-range jumper. Any kind of coverage against this Murray-Jokic pick-and-roll handoff is just tough because you can't really blitz. He's just going to make a pass to Jokic. Drop coverage is tough because, like Jamal Murray can just make this pass to him. You almost got to hope that one of them just makes a mistake. Stephon Castle going to bring up the ball here. Cam Johnson on him. Wemby going to set an off-ball screen for Devin Vassell, but Jamal Murray is just going to stay locked on him. Now Jamal Murray switches with Cam Johnson, so he's going to go over this Stephon Castle screen. But what's interesting here is that Cam Johnson switches with Murray initially, so he gets Devin Vassell. But now he notices he doesn't want Jamal Murray on Wemby, so he's going to take on Wemby, and Jamal should know that, okay, I need to go to Devin Vassell. But Castle's just going to get around this screen. He sees that Jokic might be sagging a little too much on Julian Champagnie, who's a great three-point shooter in the corner. He's going to pull this, and it is good. So a good read there by Stephon Castle. Jokic going to bring up the ball here. Jamal Murray, they want to go back to this handoff again. It worked the last time. Stephon Castle playing aggressive defense here. Might turn into an on-ball screen that Murray sets on Wemby. I think the Spurs are a little unaware of what to do. Wemby thinks he needs to go under this in case Jokic goes around the screen. And then Jokic is kind of just patient. He doesn't really go around it. Fakes the three. He might give this back to Jamal Murray because he has the mismatch between him and Jokic. But Stephon Castle's telling Wemby to go back to Jokic. But this is just too much space for Nikola Jokic. So I thought he had enough space to pull that. But then again, it's Wemby, so he might have the wingspan to block it even though he's at the elbow. Jokic also, if he's just going to pump fake there, he could drive. I don't know if he has the quickness to do that, though. He's going to try to draw the foul. I don't think that's a foul, though. And then we will have a Julian Champagnie rebound. Spurs going to push it. Castle's really the only one forward. Loses control, and it's going to be a turnover. Now the Nuggets are in transition. What do we got here? It's really a 3-on-2. I think Devin Vassell is just trailing a little too far behind. Aaron Gordon is wide open for the lob, and Christian Braun's just going to make that nice read. So Vassell wants to give this ball to Wemby on the wing. Jokic going to foul. Now we got Wemby trying to set an off-ball screen, maybe to get De'Aaron Fox open. But now we just have a Wemby post-up on the right elbow. Castle's going to give it to him and then clear out. Spurs flooding the left side of the court to let Wemby isolate. Aaron Gordon doing a pretty good job at being physical with Wemby, but Wemby's going to draw the foul there. Wemby draws 2 fouls in a matter of 10 seconds. Castle going to bring out the ball here. Got Brown on De'Aaron Fox. Vassell's going to set an off-ball screen for Wemby, so Wemby can curl off this. He can come off for a 3. He can set an on-ball screen for De'Aaron Fox. It's going to try to get positioning. Spurs really trying to go to Wemby on these post-ups. They might like the height advantage, of course, that Wemby has over Gordon. But I like how physical Gordon is being with Wemby. You got to use that to your advantage when you have the much taller guy on you. So Brown does a pretty good job helping here. It's not taking a lot of energy for Brown to double here. I mean, Wemby's not in a position with his head down to make a pass to De'Aaron Fox or even Devin Vassell for that matter. He's going to drive on Gordon. Now he notices that Brown was helping, so he's able to make this pass to De'Aaron Fox. But pass a little too far behind the three-point line. Brown's able to recover, and it's another really good defensive possession by Denver. So I think, if you're going to go to that Wemby post up on the elbow, you got to do it quicker. And Wemby has to do a much better job of making a quick decision. Jokic bringing it up now for Denver. Maybe a handoff with Aaron Gordon. Jokic going to pick it up. Christian Brown's going to set an off-ball screen for Jamal Murray. Castle playing really good deny defense. So now this might be a switch. If I'm San Antonio, I'm switching this. Because if not, then Jamal Murray has a lead on Castle if this is just a sprint to the basket. So yeah, Spurs switch that. They might switch this again here. Spurs are all on this. This is what I like about both of these teams. They're so good on defense. Castle's going to fight over the top on that screen. Jamal Murray going to step back. Wasn't the most open shot in the world. And Fox wants to go in transition, which I like here. Jamal Murray, I don't really know who he is guarding in this situation. Maybe it was Champagnie. Champagnie's just going to give this ball to Wemby at the top of the key. Wemby's going to go right by Gordon. Gordon wasn't in the positioning he has been guarding Wemby this game, where he's all up in Wemby's grill. So Wemby's able to get by Gordon. Maybe some fans thought he traveled there. He's going to give this ball to Vassell. Christian Brown was helping off of this. Good recovery by Brown. Missed shot by Devin Vassell. Great hustle by Stephon Castle, getting this rebound over Jokic. Ball goes in the hands of Champagnie, who misses the layup. Jokic might have gotten a piece of that. And the Nuggets are going to push the tempo a bit now. So Jokic notices he has Devin Vassell on him, and Wemby is on Jamal Murray in the corner. So Jokic really wants positioning now, maybe on this block. He's trying to get there, but Stephon Castle is fouling. Or no, he's okay. I thought the ref was going to call that, but no. Jokic really wants this positioning here. Castle's doing his best to fight. Jamal Murray gets the right angle for that pass to go through, and then, Jokic could have went up for a floater there, but he had a better option. Aaron Gordon is wide open, and why is Aaron Gordon wide open? Julian Champagnie's the one on him, but if Jokic gets positioning here, then he might need to go over and help. So yeah, he needed to help the helper and get onto Christian Brown. Puts De'Aaron Fox in a tough situation because he needs to be the one closing out on Aaron Gordon. 1-2 pass, Cameron Johnson wide open three, and it's good. Beautiful offense by Denver. High IQ basketball for Jokic to know that he had the mismatch, and because of that, the Nuggets are able to get 3 points out of it. Entry pass from De'Aaron Fox to the wing, Cam Johnson on Julian Champagnie. Now we got a mismatch where Jokic is on Stephon Castle. Going to an on-ball screen. Nuggets are going to blitz this. Castle should continue to roll to the basket. Champagnie's going to fade to the three-point line. So depending on whether or not Cam Johnson sticks to Champagnie or Castle, if he sticks to Champagnie on the three-point line, this could be a, bounce pass to Stephon Castle at the rim for a dunk or a layup. Or if Cam Johnson sticks onto Castle, then this could be a pass to Champagnie for a three. If Aaron Gordon steps up, then a pass to Wemby in the corner for a three. I guess neither of those two were really open. Cam Johnson could kind of guard them at the same time. So now it's really just De'Aaron Fox and Jokic at the rim. I don't think Fox really has the angle. Loses the ball a little bit. Now at this point with 11 seconds left on the shot clock, it's not like worst case scenario where there's only like 4 seconds left. But this might just turn into an isolation between Fox and Jokic. And it does. Really nice move from Fox to get Jokic off balance. Cam Johnson has to step over and help. Gordon has to help Cam Johnson go to Champagnie. So this should be a wide open three for Stephon Castle in the corner. Champagnie's actually just going to take it. I don't hate that. Wemby almost gets the offensive rebound, but it's going to end up in the hands of Jamal Murray. Jokic wants to get open here on the block, but Devin Vassell's trying to deny it. He has to go to Christian Brown. It's going to turn into a handoff, kind of on-ball screen. Castle's going to fight through it. They're going to kind of blitz this, double this. Christian Brown should kind of fade to the 3-point line here. He could also cut, but Wemby's there. And then Jokic, I think, to just make this better spacing, should probably go out to the corner. Because if Jokic is in the corner here, Christian Brown can just cut to the basket for a layup. But because he's kind of on the wing area here, it makes it a little tougher for a pass to Christian Brown to get through. So that's kind of exactly what happens. Forces Christian Brown to make a pass to the corner. Now, if I'm Champagnie here, because this is Wemby, you don't need to overhelp on this. Because usually, Champagnie would be the one who has to help here. But you need to know you have a human cheat code on your team in Wemby, so you could cheat the game a little bit. It's a much different game that you're playing when you have Victor Wembanyama on your basketball team. So you don't need to overhelp here. And this might result in a 3-pointer for Aaron Gordon. Doesn't. Rebound, Devin Vassell. Jokic almost gets called for another foul on Wemby. Ref's going to say he got a piece of it. Fox wants to hunt Jamal Murray. He's going to get to his mid-range and gets it to go. Fox is so good in that mid-range. 7 for 18 on the game for De'Aaron Fox. Let's see what we got here. Jokic trying to fight for positioning. Vassell going to go back to Christian Brown. And what are the Nuggets going to do here? Might just turn into an isolation. Jamal Murray thinking about maybe coming off for a handoff. And Vassell trying to help from the nail. It's a good stunt from Vassell. Jokic going to go for a turnaround J. And that's just so smooth. It's the best player in the world right there. Spurs really need a bucket on this possession. They're down 4 right now, under a minute left. And they do get a mismatch with Wemby and Jamal Murray, because Gordon has to switch this with Jamal Murray. So, yeah, now you get Wemby on Jamal Murray, Fox being guarded by Aaron Gordon. We're going to swing this to Stephon Castle in the corner for a better entry pass, just a better angle. Cam Johnson does a pretty good job helping here. Wemby just needs to make this read over to Champagnie and then make Christian Brown make a decision. But Wemby's going to opt to just use his height advantage and get a layup out of this, which is fine too. But you need to stop on this possession. Wemby's got 34 on the game, 50% shooting. What a battle between the two best centers in the league. Castle on Jamal Murray. Got an on-ball screen. Castle's going to fight over it. Wemby in drop coverage. And they do maybe end up getting a steal. De'Aaron Fox going to get the ball. Lob to Devin Vassell. But Vassell can't quite get his hands on it or can't get control of the ball. Almost as a turnover. Fox gets his hands on it, puts up a shot, and it's no good. Fox, I feel like definitely, it is a pretty wide open jumper. Just ends up missing it. It's unfortunate. Now with a 2.6 second difference, if you're San Antonio, what I would do if I'm San Antonio is I would just try as much as I can to force the ball into the hands of Denver's either their worst free throw shooter on the court or their second worst free throw shooter on the court, because you most likely need to foul with just 2 seconds between the shot clock and game clock, because Denver can bring this whole thing down, the clock and you don't want Jamal Murray shooting free throws because he's most likely going to make both of them. I don't know, but if it's Cam Johnson or Brown or I don't know who it is, but yeah, you need to get the hands out of Jamal Murray. I don't really know everyone's percentages. I would say just foul anyone besides Jamal Murray, and I just don't like that. When the shot clock and game clock, I guess there's 2.9 seconds. When there's too much of a difference between the shot clock and game clock, you have to foul. Because let's say Denver puts up a shot with 1 second left on the shot clock. How much time will be left? Like 4.5 seconds. Then you need to wait for the ball to hit the rim. You need to get a rebound. You need to call timeout. Like, so much time has to go off the clock from there for you to even call a timeout. So what, you would have 1-2 seconds left in the game clock after you call timeout. And that's if you get the defensive rebound, which is very tough in situations like this. So yeah, if I'm San Antonio, I'm getting the ball out of Jamal Murray's hands. I'm assuming he's the best free throw shooter Denver has on the court right now. So I would just foul Jokic here if it were me. Jokic going to find a wide open Jamal Murray. He's not going to take that because why would he? Just hold on to the ball. Foul. Okay. See, like, Jokic doesn't need to take that. I think that's actually pretty risky from Jokic. He's got Wemby right there who can swat that. But gets it to go. Pretty much you need a 3 here if you are San Antonio. It's going to be a pretty good look for Wemby. Doesn't end up getting it to go. And we get... actually, it's Denver basketball, so game most likely over. But what a game this was. Castle going to foul Jokic, and Jokic will probably end it at the line here. Or I guess Denver's not in the bonus quite yet. Gordon going to inbound it to Jokic. Going to foul Jokic, so he has 2 free throws. He's got 39 on the game, 12 for 13 from the line's impressive. Misses the first. San Antonio doesn't have any timeouts remaining, so, I mean, it was already over, but definitely over now that they don't have a timeout. Jokic doesn't matter if he makes or misses this, really. And Harper going to put up a 3. That's actually good. Just doesn't matter that much. Doesn't matter at all, actually. Denver going to win by 2 in overtime. Really good win for them. I believe this is the first game Wemby actually played Denver this season, and this game did not disappoint. I'm really hoping we get a series between these two teams in the West. I don't know if that's going to be in the second round or if it would have to be in the conference finals, but I'm really hoping we do get that series because I think a 7-game series between these two teams could be one of the best series we see or have seen in a few years.